So, if you haven't heard about the Paul Pierce news, he got fired from the ESPN. If you would direct your attention to the video playing, you would see why. Do you guys agree or disagree with him being fired?
I agree. I'm gonna have to agree. Now it's difficult for me because as a staunch supporter of the activities he was actually doing, I'm gonna have to agree. Here's the reason why I agree. He's basically representing ESPN. ESPN works for Disney. You can't be doing this while representing Mickey Mouse. You can't do that. You can't. Here's the thing. I believe ESPN was really thinking about this decision. They was really thinking if they should actually fire Paul Pierce because obviously, in terms of anything serious, he wasn't necessarily doing anything illegal or nothing like that. But let's be honest, you can't really do this. Now, here's the thing. Once Rachel Nichols started trending on Twitter, I believe they had to fire him at that point. They had to. They had to, right? They had to. You had other ESPN reporters. She was out here arguing with people on Twitter, talking about why Rachel Nichols shouldn't be trending on Twitter. People asking, "Hey, Paul Pierce, where's Rachel Nichols? Can she start twerking in the back?" At that point, they had to fire my man Paul Pierce. Just the optics didn't look good. You had to let go of him. People were just going to start saying that ESPN was super misogynistic because they allowed something like this to go down. Paul Pierce was just completely disrespecting the Shield. Again, Paul Pierce didn't do nothing wrong. Just the Shield, it doesn't look good. I believe Paul Pierce, he's going to be just fine. He's sitting on a bunch of millions. And I honestly believe he's going to be hired within a couple of months. Don't get me wrong. I think he's going to chill for a minute. People, this story got to have to settle down a bit. But if he gets hired by Fox Sports 1 later this year, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Hey, bruh. Bruh. Listen, first of all, he did not deserve to be fired. That's just first of all. ESPN for years has, like you said, because they're Disney, they blow things out of proportion. LeVar Ball got banned because of something that was completely non-sexual and non-offensive. And as a man, I personally felt offended and attacked because the man is a black man with 3 basketball sons that he raised. He's a present father. He's there, he's supportive. But you see how they do him. Thanks to who? Molly. But we're not even going to talk about that. More on the Paul Pierce. We talking about an NBA champion, an NBA Finals MVP. His nickname is The Truth. He's doing what NBA players do on the regular. And
Allegedly.
It's not, Lemon Pepper Lou is just the latest example. But is it his fault that people decided to tag Rachel Nichols even though he did not mention that woman's name at all? You see how they get you? He didn't even mention that woman's name, yet she was trending. Therefore, that's what the point of no return. That's what crossed the line because she started trending. You mentioned Fox 1 Sports. Now, when you look on Fox 1 Sports, you want to know why the ratings are what they are, why Fox Sports is probably considerably a much more, fun place to work. This man, Shannon Sharp, at 8 in the morning. You said it's on Cali time, so it'd be 6 in the morning. He's on camera with a do-rag, a pack of backwoods, and Henny pouring it up as he's getting ready to argue with Skip Bayless. Now, if that's not a fireable offense, I don't know how, one man's Instagram live with strippers is a fireable offense. I mean, I just don't get it, I just think black men are being targeted at ESPN because they know that they have Stephen A. Smith. They're going to milk that cow until it's dry. It's like, I don't get it, bro. A guy like Paul Pierce is not a guy you just throw away. He's must-see TV simply off of what he says.
Especially now.
Especially now. He's the hottest trending NBA analyst in the world right now.
Look, do I understand why ESPN fired Paul Pierce? Yes. Should they have fired Paul Pierce? Absolutely not. Paul Pierce was just living life, man. If anything, he should be applauded. He's helping fund these females' college tuition. He's doing a service to the society. I understand. Maybe the kids shouldn't be watching this. Well, don't let your kid on Instagram Live to watch Paul Pierce and a bunch of exotic dancers play poker.
Whoa. It's the truth. You feel like kids look at him as a hero. If he go live, kids can't watch him now.
It's Paul Pierce. Listen, he's just living life, man. To be honest, ESPN probably needs him more than he needs ESPN. If we're being honest, we're talking about a man who has almost $200 million in career earnings. I don't really think he needs ESPN like that. But he's playing chess, not checkers. He's like, yo, you know what? I'm going to do this publicity stunt, and I'm going to see if it works. And like my man Tyler just said, he is the #1 trending NBA analyst right now. You don't think he's gonna capitalize off that? I can see it right now. Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, and Paul Pierce. You got Shannon Sharp with his black and miles and his Henny. Skip Bayless over there in the suit trying to be serious.
Drip Bayless.
And you just got my man the truth. He got one here, and poker chips all over the place. Must see TV, 8 a.m.
Listen. Paul Pierce, again, in my eyes, did nothing wrong. To be honest, 99% of NBA players does exactly what he does, but people don't really publicize it, to be honest. Honestly, Lou Williams is literally a legend in Atlanta, and I'm not talking for basketball purposes. And it's not just the lemon pepper wings either. He is literally a legend when it comes to strip club. James Harden, too. So it wasn't the act. It was the publicization. I don't even know if that's a word. It's just him publicizing the act and basically him doing it of his own volition. Yo, and ESPN put out a statement. They said if Paul Pierce was being videotaped doing exactly what he was doing, he wouldn't have been fired. But because he was videotaping himself, he then got fired. AKA something stupid. Like, to be honest, again, you can't represent Mickey Mouse while dancing with strippers, playing poker, and smoking weed. You can't do that. You can't do that, dog. It's impossible. Now, I believe, again, Paul Pierce is gonna be he's living lovely right now. He possibly getting offers from everybody. Fox Sports 1, I've heard Barstool, but in this particular situation, he had to be fired. He can't represent, Mickey Mouse while doing all those extracurricular activities.
Adrian said they need him more than he need them. False. As long as Stephen A. Smith has his name on that contract, that devilish contract that he can't get away from, ESPN will be just fine. Paul Pierce.
ESPN not going nowhere.
Yeah, Paul Pierce is just the latest in many African American males that come onto that platform and they leave never the same. It's just one of those things, man.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. But again, Paul Pierce, as y'all talking about, Paul Pierce on the Fox Sports 1 cast with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, that would definitely be a sight that I would absolutely love to see, especially if they're talking about a topic with the Boston Celtics right now, potentially from the Brooklyn Nets, right? Because of course Paul Pierce did play for the Brooklyn Nets.
No, that would be absolutely must see TV. You got the number one LeBron fan and two LeBron haters and one that actually played against him. That is must see TV every day of the week.
Absolutely.
Hey, you folks at Fox, if you guys see this, remember we were the ones who brought this up.
Absolutely. If he gets signed there, we want to cut of that contract.